Hi. What's up, guys? Let's get into it. We're going to do some more dividing fractions today. I want to address a quick misconception, and then we're going to continue on essentially just practicing more of what we did yesterday. I really want to get this idea of reciprocals down. Right? Remember, the reciprocal is technically, by definition, what it takes to multiply a fraction to get 1. Right? For example, if I said, what would you have to multiply 1/3 by for it to equal 1? The answer to that would be 3/1, and that would be the reciprocal of it, right? But we know a little bit simpler way to remember reciprocal is just the flipped version of it, right? So the flipped version of 1/3 would be 3/1, or just 3, right? So reciprocals are really important because in order to divide fractions, you have to multiply by the reciprocal. That's all you got to do is flip that fraction, that second fraction, the divisor, and then multiply. So for example, if we have a problem like 2/3 times or divided by 5/8, in order to divide these fractions, all you have to do is multiply by the reciprocal. What that means is never change the first fraction. It's only the divisor that gets flipped. Only the second number that gets flipped. One of the biggest misconceptions I've seen is some people are flipping this first one. You don't ever change this one. So when I say multiply by the reciprocal, I mean turn this to a multiplication problem. All right, we'll get rid of that division sign. We're just going to turn it into a multiplication problem, and then we're going to flip this fraction. Instead of 5/8, we're going to be 8/5. So what we'll do is instead of 2/3 divided by 5/8, we'll do 2/3 times 8/5. Okay? So instead of that problem, we're going to do this one instead. And this one will give us the answer. It's much easier for us to do it this way. This is how arithmetically we have to do it. It's kind of nice. 2 times 8 is 16. 3 times 5 is 15. Okay? So the first misconception is do not ever flip the first fraction. Okay? That's a big no-no. You only always flip the second one. Okay? The first one will always stay the same. When you're done, the next problems that we're having here is simplifying, right? And in this case, this is an improper fraction. So with improper fractions, you always got to make sure you divide it, right? 16 divided by 15. In this case, 15 will go into 16 one time. You're leaving us with 1 left over. So your answer would then be 1 and 1/15 left over. The whatever left over is your numerator and your divisor is denominator. 1 and 1/15 for this problem. Right? You always got to make sure to simplify your answers at the end. Let's do 2 more real quick here, just practice ones, and then I'll get to your assignment. Your assignment's 15 questions, but I promise the problems aren't too bad. They're pretty short. Next one I want to do is 7/9 divided by 1/8. Go ahead and pause it, video, try this one real quick, please. Shouldn't take you too long. And should be back now. With your answer to this problem, we're going to be dividing 7/9 by 1/8. And in order to divide fractions, you multiply by the reciprocal. So what we're going to do is keep 7/9 the same. We're going to turn this into a multiplication problem. We're going to flip 1/8. So we're going to make it 8/1, which is just 8. And then we can multiply across. 7 times 8 is 56. And 9 times 1 is 9. We end up with another improper fraction, which just needs to be divided because we can't leave our answer as an improper fraction. Let's go ahead and divide this down. 56 divided by 9 should tell us what that is. 56 divided by 9 here. 9 is 56. Gotta remember my 9's facts. 6 times, which is 54, which gives us 2 left over. If we don't have remainders anymore, remember, we're going to write our answer as a mixed number. 2 is our numerator, 9 is our denominator. The answer here is 6 and 2/9. The next one I want to do is 2 divided by 3/5. The reason I picked this problem is because with the whole number, a lot of people kept trying to flip this 2. Right? They put a 1 underneath it and then they flip it, but you do not flip the first number, right? Whenever I'm dealing with any type of multiplication and division with fractions, I always just go ahead, as good practice, put a 1 underneath the whole number anyway. Just start there, and then let's continue with what we're supposed to do. This stays the same. Turn it to a multiplication problem, and then find the reciprocal of 3/5. So we'll have 2/1, and instead of dividing, we'll multiply, and let's flip this to 5/3. 2 times 5 is 10. 1 times 3 is 3. We end up with 10 thirds, which another improper fraction happens quite often when dividing fractions. 10 divided by 3. 3 will go into 10 3 times with 1 left over. So that'll be 3 and 1/3 left over. Answer is 1/3. Hopefully, this helps a little bit with some misconceptions, guys. And let's finish up your assignment today, and good to go. I'll see you guys that are at home. I'll see you on Thursday. But you can come see me in my office hours if you need me as well. Peace out, team.